Welcome to Shitcoin TV, everyone. I'm Blake Moore, here with Andreas Brecken. And today we're joined by a guy who's been Bitcoin for quite a while, Mr. Zane Tackett. Welcome, Zane. Zane, where have you worked in the past? We always get it confused. So I'd love to kind of get your little intro.
So I started in 2014 and worked for OKCoin, now known as OKX, I guess. I was there for a year, about a year exactly. Then I joined Bitfinex, and I was at Bitfinex for like 2 years. And after the hack happened, like a few months after that, I joined my largest client, B2C2, and I've been there for 2.5 years. Yeah.
Sweet.
And OTC trading desk, yeah?
Yeah. So we do mostly like electronic OTC. We have an electronic OTC platform, website, and API, all that good stuff. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, today the premise of the show is we just wanted to look at the shenanigans of the last week or so. Get your input.
Had some good ones.
Yeah, there definitely is, and I'm sure there's a few in there that can share some interesting. I guess the first one I want to touch on is old John. He's been doing some interesting things lately. A couple of things. He's got in a trouble with Shitcoin for his whale population antics.
We can say whale fucking.
Yeah, I like how you try to put whale fucking in like a good spin on it. Whale copulation. It's a refined activity.
And Zane, you've traveled a bit. How many countries have you been to?
Been to 45 countries.
And during your travels, has this ever happened?
I mean, I travel in some rowdy crowds, but I gotta say, McAfee's got to take the cake. I've never been out in the Pacific Islands with the whale fuckers. That's one to put on my bucket list, I guess. Though.
Yeah, I think I'd be down for that. Would you?
I don't know. It looks like a bit of a.
You have a girlfriend. Is that cheating?
You get like terminal cancer, or something like that. Why not just throw it all to the wind? Screw it. Go out, find a whale, make sweet, sweet love.
How did you get in trouble with Shitcoin?
Oh, basically the founder said that it was a bad fit. I think for the band.
What? It was a bad fit?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. So they weren't aware of McAfee's activities beforehand, or?
So the next thing we wanted to discuss was QuadrigaCX. So there were some new developments this week referring to the autopsy of the CEO. Supposedly there wasn't one, which is kind of strange. What are your guys' take on that overall?
I mean, Zane, you've been at an exchange where there were some accidents happened.
A couple coins lost here or there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think? Is the guy dead?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When we lost some coins, I think it would have been probably a lot easier to just disappear to India, say I died. I might have thought about just disappear me, like, oh screw this. This is way too hard to deal with. That, I mean, I wasn't even running the exchange. If all of that was on my shoulders, oof. But yeah, that's. They ended up getting into the guy's computer. No coins there. I mean, kind of sucks for the users, but I mean, the warning flags were all over the place. Like, people hadn't been able to withdraw their money from there for so long, and yeah, there were a lot of red flags around that place.
Absolutely, and this is how Bitcoin is getting mainstream, because I was at the airport and I think it was Atlanta, and how you land and you're super jet lagged, and then especially if you're not an American, they start asking you a lot of questions. So the guy at the border is like, okay, so what's your business in Atlanta? And I said, well, I'm going to this Bitcoin nerd conference, the Atlanta blockchain conference. And it's like, okay, how many days? I'm like, oh, it'll be like 5 days. And he was like, And what's up with that guy that ran away to India with all of the money? What? And he's like, yeah, took all the bitcoins. And I just said, oh, he's still alive.
Wow.
Yeah, see, the thing that I don't understand.
He told me to move on.
But the thing that I don't understand is, did he run away with the money? Or was there any money to run away with? Or did they just like gamble it away? Like, where is the money?
Maybe he did like, do you remember when Carpellis found like a couple 100,000 BTC in the couch? And he hadn't forgotten.
Well, somebody else found it, and then he was like, oh yeah, right, I totally forgot about that 200,000.
Yeah. Maybe he was doing something like that before, just siphoning slowly because he knew they were underwater. It's
so you're thinking he might still have the money?
I think he might still have quite a bit of it. But his problem is that disgruntled customers and disgruntled with too much time, they will find this. Like,
yeah, a lot of people will be just looking at the blockchain. I mean, back in the day, they had a lot worse blockchain analytics, and that person was still, they use like Blockseer or something, which is literally just like looking at one address, going to the next one. It didn't use clustering or anything. It was just some dude looking at all the addresses.
Yeah, and back then also, if you go backwards in time, like the tools when you send money also had way less privacy. It was always easy to try to, do clustering, know what is change, and that kind of thing. So,
but yeah, if he still does have the money, then man, the other people in that operation, they really got shafted. Like his wife, just like, hey baby, you're gonna be under intense scrutiny. I'm sorry, I'm gonna disappear. Good luck. And then like his other partner, it's like the other partner's like, yeah, it's gonna come out that you've already been to jail for like, fraud or whatever. So that's not going to be a good look for you. And then you'll be running this company, which also lost all of the clients' money. But hey, don't worry. Have fun. I'll be gone in India.
Yeah, don't worry. The wife gets the dog in the house. The dog will be taking.
Well, I guess the dogs also get like what, $100,000, $200,000 each. That's a solid inheritance.
Pretty good.
There was another part of the story as well this week where the lawyer for the company back in 2015, he came out and said that basically the CEO had pretty much just got rid of every single function in the company and stopped it being accountable from just one day he was like, no, we're getting rid of all the law team, all accounting. I just control the whole thing now. So I think it does not fit.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Lawyers. It's like that dude that was selling the ICO on eBay for $60K. It's like, oh, I never should have listened to the lawyers about actually having a product. I should have just raised tons of money, screw the lawyers, and then I would have figured out the product later.
Yeah, I thought
lawyers are just there to ruin our fun.
I think that's pretty standard.
Yeah, but they also keep you out of jail, so.
Let's just guy just mysteriously reappears with just like some his hair dyed and like a fake.
He just has a little mustache. Like, dude, I can still recognize you. No, I'm a totally different person.
No, that's my
Quadriga, I have no idea who that is. No, never met him.
Never heard of it.
But he also had an Our Bitcoin Markets account, or he had a Reddit account that he often posted on Our Bitcoin Markets. Maybe they, lost a lot of customer funds, and then he was just like, screw it. We only have one chance of getting it back. 100x long, baby. And then the market dumped, and he was like, fuck, now I gotta go.
That's what Mark did.
Or something.
I mean, Mark tried to trade all the money back, and he did the opposite, just lost more.
Yeah, Willie bought.
Shame.
Yeah. Well, isn't that also what happened with what was the Bitcoinica? Yeah, it was just like a complete bucket shop that he tried to hedge on MT Gox. It's like, I don't know how to do this. This isn't working.
Sorry about that, guys. We were cut off because basically sun and laptops do not go so well. But we're back now. Anyway, sorry about that, Zane. But anyway,
All good.
as we were saying, yeah. So Andreas, you've been involved in Cash Shuffle a little bit more than I have.
Yeah, I've been involved in Cash Shuffle for quite a few months, and it's an effort like a lot of different cash developers. Some people are making a wallet, which is Electron Cash. So Cash Shuffle is a plugin in Electron Cash, which is a desktop wallet, and all it does is whenever you receive money, it shuffles the money you receive in the background. And it also makes sure that when you send money to people, it will always only send money that has been shuffled. So it's like it takes the privacy from almost nothing to extremely hard to trace. And the user won't even notice. So that's really good. The only hassle is you have to be running the desktop wallet, which I mean, I don't even do anymore for my own use. I just use my phone. So to fix that, they're working on a plugin that can be used in other wallets on phones. That's probably going to hit the Bitcoin.com wallets first.
Yeah.
And they're also making software libraries for developers so that exchanges and services like SideShift can just have their funds mixed, shuffled in the background. So that's pretty good news.
How much better is the privacy of Cash Shuffle than what was it, CoinJoin that used to be on blockchain.info?
I think it was similar. Oh, blockchain.info. No, they had done a few mistakes. But CoinJoin, the idea, I think has very similar privacy. It's more efficient, but easier to find people to meet.
Yeah, and it looks like it'll be used by, I think, a larger portion of the BCH crowd would probably employ that than the BTC crowd on CoinJoin.
Yeah, and it's nice because, I mean, there is Zcash in Monero, but there's not many places you can spend it, and I don't think there's any wallet that can send Zcash private transactions. And the Monero wallets, they're okay, a little hard to use, but not many people use Monero.
But I guess as well because of the controller, it means that you can actually use it all the time, rather than make it a bit more kind of easier to use.
Yeah, because if the fees are, let's say the fees are $1 to send a transaction, like shuffle, like you have to do multiple.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
but if the fees are, in the cents or subcents, then
yeah, it's not really an issue. Yeah, well, if Bitcoin.com wallet rolls it out, I'll probably I use Bitcoin.com wallet quite a bit, so
yeah,
probably use that. But I've never really used Electron Cash. I used Electron like way back when, but had a bunch of issues around finding servers and shit. But that was also probably because I was in China. I don't know. Never really went back.
Probably.
I guess had like a bunch of money just locked up in Electron for like weeks because I don't know, Great Firewall was blocking my connection to nodes. I don't know.
Wow.
It was a pain in the ass.
Censorship.
Yeah. PRC, man.
I guess the final thing to run through this week as well. So on Twitter this week, Luke putting it out there. Was it about cardiovascular issues or?
Yeah, did he get his heart tested?
That was the one. Yeah, so he had his heart tested. Everything was A-okay. But then Zuko jumped in and was talking to him about diets and got us thinking more about carnivore diets and this whole.
I'm not gonna lie. After I read that thing, after Zuko stayed with his life over Twitter, I've been eating more meat and stuff. I think it's really good. Like, Luke lives a lot on Twitter, but he doesn't only talk about crypto. He'll talk about anything.
He'll talk about Jesus.
Yeah,
Jesus will save.
Or maybe like his basement was flooded once, I remember. Like asking for advice there.
You also gotta get some money for faster electricity. Gotta have some or faster internet. Gotta have those donations too.
Yeah,
I think my favorite tweet in that thread is Luke Jr. I pretty much only walk when traveling for Bitcoin conferences a few times a year. in response to somebody asking him how much he walked during the day.
Okay,
You know when somebody asks you, like, how walk? What?
so all the exercise he gets all year is walking around.
But really, like, when somebody asks you, like, how much do you walk? It's not like, oh, a few times a year. It's like, oh, how often do you walk a day? You know, it's like, oh, you know, I go for a walk every day on my way to work or something. No, it's like a few times a year. You know, I walk that.
But wait,
I mean, it is like a.
it drives to church?
Well, I was gonna say it's the American way. You gotta have the little rascal. You know, like when you're driving through Walmart, like, you know, you can't walk around and grab your stuff. You gotta get the little rascal, and then, like, even better, you have one of the little, like, claws that you grab the groceries, put them in your basket.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I've
all
lived
the
it.
standing up, sitting down, so hard.
There was a lot of that in Atlanta. A lot.
Another good one in the thread is how much. Did you guys see his diet? He's got SpaghettiOs, ramen, McDonald's, Hot Pockets. Like the dude's dude's been in Bitcoin since early days and been mining. Like I figure you could probably, like, hire a full-time chef to make some bomb meals. Not like, yeah, tonight I'm having SpaghettiOs. I'm gonna have some instant ramen. Like,
This is why in the Shitcoin newsletter it's a recurring thing that we have a lot of loot tweets. It's never
dude, I mean, I've been doing this for years. Like, if I ever get really sad, sometimes, you know, you just gotta go to Luke Jr.'s comments on Reddit, you know, talking about, or like, what was the one that you guys sent in the shitcoin.com newsletter? It's okay to blow up an abortion clinic.
Yeah, because it's like, it's the same. No, yeah, it's moral, so it doesn't matter what the law is. Like, you should. And
I can totally picture Jesus is sitting there. He's like, "No, you tell me that woman got raped and, like, she doesn't want to have a kid. Blow her up. Just blow him up. It's all good, dude."
and in the same diet plan, he had another one. Yeah, so Zuko obviously said that he should only eat meat, but then Luke clarified that in the Council of Trent, which, you know, is his religion, it's like a fork Catholicism. Well, I mean, according to Luke, it's probably not a fork. It's probably the real Catholicism. But yeah, apparently you cannot eat meat on Fridays. So Zuko came back and said, well, that makes you an omnivore. Like, condescendingly.
Yeah, those silly omnivores. And pretend like they're meat eaters.
Have you ever seen Zuko eat rice? I haven't.
It's true. I have not seen. I have not seen Zuko eat anything non-meat related.
Zeke snarks and meat. Maximum privacy, maximum just meat.
You know, I don't think I'd ever been exposed to so many weird diets before I got into Bitcoin. Like, I was born and raised in Colorado. We are strong on the hippies, right? Like, you know, I had seen the paleo and I had seen, you know, vegans, vegetarians, all that shit. But I don't think I'd ever seen people that are just like, yeah, I only eat meat, no vegetables, no nothing. Like, you know, other people, what was another one that we had somebody at OKCoin, Woody, he went from paleo to, like, on the way to only eating meats, but, like, he started cutting out some really weird things first. It's like, people just get so specific with their diets. I feel like that's just too much work, man. If something tastes good, just let me eat it, you know?
I think maybe it's like a cargo cult thing in the bear market. So, like, we can't figure out how to make the price go up, so we just change random things. Let's start a new diet.
Like, being a Bitcoin maximalist isn't exciting right now. I'm going to be a diet maximalist. You got to maximize diet, bro.
I bet if the bear market lasts for another 6 months or something, then we'll have all of the maximalists, like the Jimmy songs, James Lop. They will probably start some even crazy shit. Like, they will, you know, demand that everybody does a mindfulness practice.
Yeah.
Start doing yoga, cross.
I think they're gonna become like soda water maximalists. Like, oh no, you guys drink flat water like plebeians? Ha! No. You know, they're gonna be like, no, definitely. Way back 10,000 years ago, people were only drinking soda water, bro. Only drinking soda water. They knew how to carbonate it.
Well,
Gotta find something.
I think we're pretty much wraps it up, right? I think we're all good on that front. But I would recommend that everyone head down to shitcoin.com and check out the newsletters. The newsletter archive is always there, so you can always catch up. But also sign up so you get delivered to your inbox. I know Zane's a fan. He reads it all the time.
Oh yeah. It's probably my favorite newsletter. Like, I'm always excited when I see shitcoin.com popping up in there. It's like easy reading, funny, brings the spice. It's excellent.
Exactly, that's what we want.
It's not as high quality as It Makes Research or Tim Swanson, but I like to think that it's spicier.
But I feel like, with those newsletters, like, I can't just, like, whip out my phone and read a little Tim Swanson newsletter, like little BitMEX research. Like those, you need to, like, all right, like, get prepared for it, get out your notes and everything. Shitcoin.com is just like, all right, I'm going to get some laughs in. It's going to be good. It's going to be funny.
Exactly like
it's
you
always
said.
Good read.
Someone's looking to brighten their day, head over to shitcoin.com and you will get memes and spicy content, and you'll be all good for the rest of the day.
It's the spiciest in the market. It's the best.
I was going to straight SideShift, but we'll just insert something in the video.
We will. We'll
Okay.
drop that in there. Thanks again, Zane. Really appreciate your time on this one.
And is there anything you want to promote, Zane?
Yeah.
I mean, nobody that watches this can afford to use your company anyway.
No, I'm pretty good on the promotion side. I think the only thing to promote is like Thailand. Thailand's great. Go visit the shitcoin.com team if you're cool. I don't know. That's it.